Whenever a concubine shared the emperor's bed, he would secretly add drugs to the tea, letting the concubine dream while hugging a pillow, mistakenly believing she had an intimate night with the emperor. Because of this, the harem was full of beauties, yet no prince had been born. But to hide his impotence, the emperor kept selecting more concubines. Now to stabilize his reign, he had to marry the daughter of the great general. But when the emperor saw the portrait, he nearly fainted from fright. This woman was way too ugly. Then the emperor smiled and thought of a vicious trick, deliberately leaking the woman's route to the capital to his archenemy, plotting to kill with a borrowed knife. On the other side, the woman learned the emperor wanted to marry her, angrily confronting her father. Her father said the emperor was just after military power. Upon hearing this, the woman was furious. She wanted to pull her father to rebel on the spot. At this time, her mother enlightened everyone with one sentence, indicating that if the woman became empress and gave birth to a child, then they could get rid of the emperor and establish her son as the new emperor. The woman thought this idea wasn't bad and agreed. Then when hurrying to the capital overnight, the woman discovered someone following them. The maid said it was the emperor's enemy. The woman decided to wait and see. If the other side dared to make a move, she would directly eliminate them. At the same time, the guard also informed the emperor the enemy's people were only following in secret, not making a move and instead seeming to protect her. The emperor was humiliated and angered upon hearing this, deciding to personally take action to instigate. Soon a fight broke out outside. The woman lifted the curtain and saw two groups of black-clad men fighting. She was puzzled why they didn't come for her, but saw two men with extraordinary skills among them. Instantly intrigued, she changed into night clothes and joined the fight. At this time, the guard and maid were fighting in a mess. The maid quickly gained the upper hand. The emperor was distracted for a moment. His weapon was knocked away by the woman, so the woman also tossed aside her weapon, fighting the emperor with bare hands, quickly beating the emperor down. The guard hurriedly pulled the emperor to escape. Returning to the palace, the emperor was so angry he vomited blood, ordering that those three black-clad people must be found once the woman entered the capital. The next day after the woman arrived in the capital, the maid also found out the emperor was especially ugly. The woman's heart sank upon hearing this. She could only prepare herself to do it with the lights off. The grand wedding day quickly arrived. Both of them thought the other was hideous. They gripped each other's hands competitively. However, the woman's strength was immense. The emperor quickly withdrew his hand in pain. The emperor made a mental note of this grudge. So when night came, neither dared to light the lamps to look at the other. The woman suggested drinking some wine to set the mood. Who would have thought this aligned with the emperor's intentions? So the emperor took the chance to drug the wine, even pretending to shake the wine pot, saying this would make the wine more fragrant. Little did he know the woman also drugged the wine. The emperor then personally poured 2 cups. The two of them inwardly laughed, waiting to see the other's ugly state after being drugged.